Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is the Benjinator. This is episode 56, and we are in the midst of trying to repair the Northern Ruins, a place where apparently there was a ghost of an ancient knight. So we repaired part of it, but we have been instructed to clear out the monsters, and we just did in the next section. So let's see what our friendly carpenter has to say now that we cleared it out. Oh man, now it's going to cost us money to do so. I guess only the first time was free. Oh well, 2,000 gold isn't that much. So, you say yes to the repairs, and then you just head back to the Northern Ruins, so I'll see you there. Alright, here we are back to the Northern Ruins, and so now, that passage downstairs, the one that used to have the, all the sentries, now that they've repaired that, and we can get access to this treasure chest right here, and of course this door. So now we're heading into the next section of the Northern Ruins. Very eerie, indeed. Oh, look, what's up here? Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Cyrus, the fool who challenged Magus. Oh, man, is that the Cyrus that tried to... Oh, man, it's that one. Wow. Well, Frog's not going to have any of that, is he? Alright. Alright, so Frog is going to finally get to talk to... I guess the ghost of Cyrus, huh? Yeah. It's so funny that Magus is right here. Like, that just makes it hilarious. I'm fairly sure that Cyrus is gonna freak when he sees Magus. And I didn't even remember that this happened. About the part of the fool who challenged Magus. Everything else I remembered, but well, now he's gonna have to be able to confront Cyrus. Well, yeah, that's what friends are for, aren't they? You know, maybe there's some kind of celestial ghost power you could give us, too. Hey, you did the best you could, and now you get to live the rest of your life as a Shakespearean frog, so I think that sacrifice was fair. Yeah, exactly. See, Cyrus? Words of encouragement. Yeah, dying tends to do that. At least Frog is still all intact. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Oh, well, that's good to know. So maybe the spirit of Cyrus won't be haunting this place anymore. Is he going to cross over like in that movie Casper? If you've ever seen Casper, you definitely should. The one that was made in the early 90s. That has a lot of talk about ghosts and crossing over. And it does it in a kid-friendly way. It looks like that's what happened to Cyrus as well. So, alright, look after the queen. He's calling him Glenn. It's good to remember. Yeah, sorry, Glenn, but Cyrus, he's gone now. Hey, look, it wasn't your fault. I just love how Magus is standing there saying nothing. Hey, what's happening? Masamune, is the Masamune doing something? Oh, it's playing Frog's music, so something good must be happening. I hope, anyway. Huh, alright. What's happening? Oh! It's Masa and Mune. They've split apart? Does that mean there's no more sword? What's going on? Special. That was special. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, well, this is that whole self-discovery thing, huh? Mucho metaphysical, man. Wow, that's some alliteration for you. Mind over matter. Wow, and these are the two entities that entrust that sword? I'm a little worried now. Full-on test. Does that mean we're going to fight him again? Oh, that just doesn't sound good. Or maybe not. Is he going to turn that a big... Okay, I thought that it was going to turn into that big, like, that big scary dude with the tiny feet again. But I guess now the sword is back. Alright, so now the Masamune is flowing with strength and vigor. Okay, well then. Excellent. Well, Frog seems to be feeling good. But now things are okay. Magus is like, I don't want to be dealing with this. Alright, so now that we've done that, I just want to show you. Frog's Masamune, which for a good long while was not that useful of a weapon, now all of a sudden is. So now Frog has the most powerful weapon in the game. And of course, with that, you want to put the hero medal back on. and he will be effectively just as powerful as Chrono in terms of critical hit percentage. So now Frog kicks even more ass than he did previously, now that we have the powered up Masamune. But you still want to hold on to that Brave Sword. Do not sell that Brave Sword. So anyway, now what we're going to be doing is going back and getting more repairs done on this place, because we are not quite done. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Alright, so here we are back in what used to be called the Northern Ruins, but after that whole exchange with Cyrus, now it is known as the Hero's Grave. So that's kind of encouraging. So anyway, this door is now open, and of course there is this chest. But just like the things we've seen previously, you actually want to say no to this particular box. And you want to wait until we get to the present. So then there's another little standard chest over here, which has an elixir in it. Pretty cool. So yeah, even though we have done the quote, we've completed the side quest, technically, there still are more treasures to be gotten. So just something to keep in mind. And of course, now we're going to be fighting these Reapers. Be right back. Alright, that powered up Masamune is quite the weapon indeed. So, one thing to keep in mind is that once you defeat these enemies, in the present they'll never be back. So when you come back here to open those chests, you don't have to worry about them. Alright, so now we got some new enemies. Cousins of ones we've seen before. So, of course, we have the Defuncts, which I think is hilarious, and we got the Bases. So, let's have our friend Magus use his famed fire attack on them, and take them out fairly easily. So, the enemies here, for the most part, are all quite simple, in my opinion. They all die pretty easily. Actually, never mind. Those guys did not die. Let me see what else can be used on them. I know that they have some kind of elemental weakness. Apparently, it just wasn't fire, so that's kind of interesting. Ah, okay, so never mind. They just don't have a lot of HP. So, I was a little bit confused. But now, we're gonna have Frog use his water spell, and that should be enough. So, hooray. Goodbye, Mr. Base. And more tech points for us. So eventually, Magus, as you might imagine, will learn Dark Matter. And that actually can be used in a triple tech, which I might be able to show in this LP. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway. So, same battle as last time. Let's take these guys out. Alright, so all the enemies in this dungeon have been cleared out. So, as usual, what you want to do is you see these chests. You say no to this one, and you say no to the other one. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to 1000 AD and show you the enhanced versions of these chests, and then I'm going to come back to 600 AD and open these chests manually, because some of the stuff you get actually is useful. Multiple, the extra armor or the extra weapons can be good. So I will be right back in 1000 AD. Alright, so here we are in 1000 AD. And now that we've powered up these chests, let's see what's inside. So in this one, we have the Nova armor, which is powered up to get the Moon armor. And so that is actually probably the most powerful armor you can get in the game. I always like to put it on Chrono, so isn't that fantastic? And then what we're going to be doing is going back to get the Nova armor after this is done. So I might not even have to show you that. So just know, you get the Moon armor, and then you get the Nova armor. That's the unpowered version of it. But you can actually get both, because fooling around with time lets you do that. Get something in the present, you can go back and get it in the past. So, what's in this one? So, this is the Siren, which is powered up, and that is a bow for Marley, and it turns into the Valkyrie, which is her ultimate weapon, which is awesome. And then, of course, in this chest, we get... Alright, so the Shiva Edge for, I think that's for Chrono. I actually don't need to use this because I have the rainbow, so go figure. Anyway, so now that we have done that, what I'm going to do is off-screen I'm going to get that Nova armor, so that way I can put it on one of the other party members. And then I'll meet you back at the end of time. Alright, we have arrived back at the end of time, and I just want to, do this to show you a couple things that can be useful, especially in the chapter known as the Fated Hour. So one thing that I may not have told you before is that normally when you switch party members, you want to hit either the square or the Y button. That'll bring up the menu automatically. But if you decide you want to manually switch them by talking to your party members, you can do that as well. So for example, if you talk to Robo, and you say that he can join you, you can actually go into the switch menu like this. But there's one little added bonus, is that you get to hear the character's theme music when you're doing it, which is pretty darn cool, if you ask me. Definitely one of the nice features of this game, is that you can hear your other character's theme songs anytime. I'm partial, of course, to Luca's theme song, but the Robo one is pretty good. And so let's restore ourselves here. But also, one other thing I wanted to show you is that talking to Gaspar, he will, first of all, repeat the dialogue that he did before during this chapter. But one of the things that happens is that as you complete side quests, you begin to say that when you get to this part where he talks about vague glimpses of events, remember how when we first did this, he gave you about 6 or 7 different ones. And now we are actually down to just this one, which is going to be the next side quest, saving the environment in the Middle Ages. Another Middle Ages quest, go figure. And then, of course, there's this one, which I had mentioned before. And my theory about this is that he's referring to Magus and the closeness with the Queen, or how it used to be. And, of course, the Queen went bad. And so we kind of assume that the Queen might still be around, especially with the rising of the Black Omen. Of course, we haven't gone in there yet, so who knows exactly what's in that creepy dome. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. If you ever are kind of lost as to what side quests you feel like you need to do, always just talk to Gaspar, and you'll see that the side quests will disappear as time goes on, as you complete them. So, just something to keep in mind. Anyway, so, yeah, same dialogue once again. So now what we have to do is do the final side quest before going to the Black Omen, and that, of course, is to try to save the environment. So, are we going to be able to do it? Or are we going to fail just like a lot of people have in the 21st century in the real world? Well, we'll find out next time. So this is the Benjinator, and you are watching Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Thank you guys once again, and I will see you next time.